Hi there, my name is Aleksander, and today we're gonna talk a bit about a pretty interesting person. Well, as you can see, I have my cup of tea ready, and our protagonist of the day also did enjoy his herbs. But he did it in a very peculiar way. By that I mean he would take the leaves and throw them in the Boston Harbor! Yeah, that's right, baby. We're talking about America today. Namely, we're talking about Benjamin Ruff. Who's Ruff? Well, I'm rushing to explain. Benjamin Ruff is one of the founding fathers of the United States of America. Born on January 4th, 1746 in the township of Byberry, about 14 miles from Philadelphia. That's right, we're talking about America, we're using miles. When he was 8, he was sent to live with his aunt in order to get a proper education. By age 14, he will have graduated from what we now call Princeton University with a Bachelor of Arts. But he gets his medical degree way later in Edinburgh. In 1769, he went back to the colonies and... Oh, who is it? It's the revolution. Yeah, so that time period is obviously dense with action, but that isn't important for us today, so... Surgeon General something. And now the revolution is over. He did all sorts of things after that. Founded a Dickinson College, tried to cure nervousness with Turkish opium, but also pushed for a lot of reforms, and we're gonna focus on that. Even on his way to Edinburgh, our soon-to-be doctor was shocked by the amount of slave ships in Liverpool Harbour. And when he went back home after getting his doctorate, he said a lot of praise for Harry Hosier, also known as Black Harry, who was a former slave working as a circus rider, so basically a priest and a governor. But he helped them most in 1773 by writing a pamphlet calling out the slave industry for being generally unreasonable and giving in to confirmation bias, so only listening to their own unscientific arguments and refusing to accept the fact that people of other skin tones aren't inherently inferior. He did not only oppose slavery, but also misogyny. Ruff proposed a model for education for girls that included learning English, vocal training, dancing, sciences, bookkeeping, history, and moral philosophy. One of the reasons why the Young Ladies Academy of Philadelphia was even built is him. Because of that, in the post-revolutionary period, education for elite women grew substantially. Benjamin was a politician, an activist, but most importantly, a doctor, and a good one at that. I joked about how he tried to give patients narcotics to reduce stress, but he did a lot for modern medicine. He's regarded as the father of American psychiatry. He was one of the first ones ever to describe Savant syndrome, and he basically pioneered the therapeutic approach to addiction. He did a lot of good and selfless deeds, which effects we can still experience to this day. So with that in my mind, I can safely say without any doubt that Benjamin Ruff is a volunteer of all time. Cheers.